Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is my level 1 to 99 prayer guide for the 07 RuneScape servers. There are only 3 different ways to train prayer on 07, and the first one is to simply bury the bones underground. I do not recommend to use that because you get no bonus experience per bone, so it's really expensive. The next method is to use the ectofungus in Port Fastamis, and I do not recommend that either because the bones per hour is very low, so it's really bad experience per hour even though it's the cheapest way to do it. And finally there's the third and by far the most efficient way to train prayer, and it's with a Gilded Altar that you can build in your personal own house. You will get 3.5 times more experience than burying, and you will be able to bury 1.4 thousand bones per hour, so it's great experience and really cheap. After that, you will need to choose what bones you are going to bury. First of all, there's the regular bones that I do not recommend to use because people don't pick them up, so the price is very high and the experience is very low, so they're really crap. The next bones is the big bones, which are decent experience per hour and the cheapest way to train prayer, but it's still quite slow. And then there's the dragon bones that are only a little bit more expensive but give far more experience, 350k experience per hour, which is simply amazing. And if you do the maths, pretty much no matter how much cash you can make per hour, it's best to go with dragon bones because you will save a lot of time. Now we'll talk about the requirements to use the Gilded Altar method. So the first option is to own your personal Gilded Altar. The only problem with that is that it's quite expensive. It costs approximately 1.2 million to build the altar and the burners, but don't forget that for the burners they can be any type, so they don't need to be the best type to get the best experience. It's the same experience for the burner, but for the altar it's important to have the gilded one, otherwise your experience will be lowered, and you will also need level 75 construction to do that. The second option, if you don't have a lot of money, is to use somebody else's Gilded Altar. The way it works currently on 07 is that you join the friend chat 07 altar, you ask for someone who has an open altar, it will tell you a name, and you want to go to this person's personal own house, and this happens in wall 330. Usually all the houses are located in Yanil, and if you want to make fast trips you will need to have your house in Yanil. To do that you will need at least level 50 construction. Okay, so now let's talk about the items you will need. So for the inventory, there are 2 inventory possible. The first one that you can see right there is if you have your own Gilded Altar. If you have your own, then you will need 2 Marantil and 1 tinderbox to light the burners. You will also need bones and law plus air runes to be able to cast teleport to house to go to Yanil, for example. You can also use a teletab, but they are far more expensive. If you are using somebody else's Gilded Altar, then you won't need the Marantil and the tinderbox, so only the bones and the runes. For the equipment, you only need a herd staff to be able to use teleport to house. I also highly recommend to bring a ring of dueling to bank, but most personal own house have a mounted glory, so you could use the glory to teleport to Edgeville for banking, but some don't, so I recommend to bring a ring of dueling in case. If you want to train prayer, then I highly recommend you to use mouse keys, and if you don't know what they are or how to activate them, then simply click the annotation on the screen. But basically what mouse keys do is that they allow you by pressing a button to jump directly to the use option, so there are no chance of burying the bones by mistake and losing a lot of experience and money. So it's very useful, and I highly recommend to use them. In this clip I will be using the somebody else's Gilded Altar. So I teleport to my house, I go outside at the portal, I enter the name of the one who has the open altar. If you don't know who is currently opening their altar, then you can ask on the 07 altar friend chat. So once you're inside, you want to right click on the bone, press the 2 button to go down, then left click to select the use option, and then use it on the Gilded Altar. It's very fast and very easy once you know how to do it. When it's done, normally people who have open altar have a mounted glory that you can use to be teleported to Edgeville for banking. So now I'll show you how to do it with your own personal own house and Gilded Altar. First of all, you need to have 2 Marantil and a tinderbox, unlike the other option. Now you want to run to your chapel, like the burners, there are 2 of them, and then you want to do exactly the same thing. So right click on the bone, 2, 5, and then click on the Gilded Altar. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's already the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and don't forget to click the annotation on the screen to go check out my level 1 to 99 fishing guide for the 07 RuneScape servers.